Here's a brief but annoying message to let you know that you could have first heard this episode 9 months ago if you were a subscriber to our Iron Filing Society Patreon offering.
For the price of a pint and a St Clement's each month, you can get up to 4 episodes a week, 9 months before the rest of the world gets them. Early access to regular episodes, lots of other marvellous benefits, and there's absolutely no adverts or brief but annoying messages like this that will get right on your ticks.
Find out more and subscribe now at tftimemachine.com/ironfilings.
Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go, this is it!
This is Top Flight Tune Machine. I am Andy Hotbody Dawson. Pow, pow, pow.
I'm Sam Nifty Delaney, so what?
It's a second look at the chart for the 10th of June, 1990.
Whoa.
And, yeah, we only got as far as the chart rundown the other day, which is kind of pretty standard stuff these days for the first episode of Tune Machine.
1990 was a great year, wasn't it? And I got really obsessed with clothes in particular this year, and I used to save up my money and go up into the West End of London, certain clothes shops that I had read about in magazines and were deemed to be cool. And because it was like Italia 90, and just on the cusp of that, it was like football was being re-embraced again by people who hadn't touched it in the 80s. And I'd seen in a magazine they'd done these sort of long sleeve T-shirts, which, it being the sort of rave era or kind of post First Summer of Love, long sleeve T-shirts were very popular, weren't they, amongst both the ravers and the indie fans?
We were on the cusp of the baggy musical era, weren't we?
Yeah, well, no, it kind of was that year. That was the year that things like, Pills and Frills and Bellyaches came out that year. And
we've got the Charlatans hitting the top 10 for the first time.
Exactly.
In this
so
chart
we
well.
were right. We were right in it.
We were in it.
And there was these T-shirts, and they were of various countries who were competing in the World Cup, but they weren't strictly football. There was Italy. There was a Korea one, although actually Korea weren't in the World Cup. And there was a Brazil one, and I thought, that's fucking cool. And it had a sort of a Brazil flag on the front, and down the side of the arm it said 1990. Right. And I thought that was really cool, because in my head I thought the very number 1990 was cool. I still do. I don't know why.
There's something about it. Yeah,
it feels like the future, Andy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it does. You're right.
All I'd known was the 80s. I had no memory of the 70s because I was too little. So I'd only known the 80s, and there was something like 1990, and it looked cool, like the configuration of it. And it felt like now it's like Buck Rogers in the 21st century. It's like the Jetsons. We're in 1990. And it said 1990 down the arm. And I thought, this is great. I'm getting this. I'm blowing all of my savings on this top. And I bought it. And then I had it planned on a Friday night. Everyone in my year, right, at school, would all meet outside this pub on the high street. Everyone would meet at 7, right? There was a phone box outside this pub, and if you wanted to know where everyone was going, because what it'd do is you'd go and then you'd all exchange information about parties you'd heard about or whatever, and then you'd all go off en masse, like fucking 80 of you or something, on a load of buses to some other postcode looking for a party, right? And if you were running late, you'd have to call this phone box, right?
Like Top Cat.
Yeah, but I was talking to my brother about that the other day, because I heard that song, is Vic There by, what are they called? Is Vic There by Department...
is Vic There, Department S. Yeah,
Department S. Came on the radio.
Is Vic There.
And I said to my brother, this is great, isn't it? Because that phrase is a phrase that used to be one of the most commonly used phrases by anyone, and now no one uses it. Because now no one says is Andy there, is Sam there. But you used to spend your whole life doing it, didn't you? When you were a teenager,
of course.
You'd call houses. Usually, someone's parent would answer, or sometimes when you get older, you'd call a house where loads of people live.
Is Sam there?
Yeah, is Sam there, please? Yes. Who is it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't like him using the telephone.
Yeah.
We have rules.
I'll see if he's here. Probably not. Or sometimes they'd try to engage you, and that would be the worst. A parent would try to engage you in some chat.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
no, he's not
my
here.
God.
I thought he was with you. Why isn't he with you?
Oh.
Oh, shit. I don't know. I was supposed to see him, but I was late. I thought
Sam,
he'd
tell
go
me,
home.
have you been studying for your GCSEs? Because Andy hasn't. Andy
Are
is
you on drugs now,
a
Sam?
lazy shit. But do you study? And what does your father say? Oh, maybe my father. Well, what does your mother say then? She ain't interested. Well, very well. But, I mean, that's your business. But I can tell you Andy is an absolute bloody layabout. Do you tidy your room? No. I don't know. Yes, all right, I do.
Or you'd call up and the beleaguered parent would do the shout up the stairs.
Yeah, that's the classic.
And the tone of voice would just be so contemptuous. Sam!
Yeah.
Sam!
They're really fucked off that someone's
Christ,
called the house. Their phone that they pay for your kit. They're fucked off. I
It
swear.
doesn't cost anything to receive a call on your phone.
I know.
Rick.
But parents were more. I think they were like now. Honestly, Andy, I think we treat our kids, me, you, and most of our contemporaries, most of my mates, who I said, we treat our kids really nicely, right?
Yeah.
But when we were kids, our parents just. I mean, look, I'm not saying my parents were cunt. Well, like my mum wasn't a cunt. Let's leave it at that. And like. But what I'm saying is that I'm not saying like abusive, but they were just sort of like parents seemed generally more annoyed about their kids' existence.
There was a hierarchy
in the 80s. They just sort of were annoyed, like you're one of my stupid kids' stupid friends. Fucking hell. Whereas now, I mean, my daughter goes round to her mate's house very often for dinner on a Friday night. They all do, right? They all go round and the parents are a right laugh. Do you know what I mean? They look forward to it. It actually pisses me off a bit because she seems to like them more than us, but whatever. Do you know what I mean? Whereas I'd be like, oh God, I cannot speak to my friend's parent. It's going to be so painful. I saw an old mate the other day, his name's Matt, and his mum's response when she was on the phone, she was actually very nice, but her delivery of her calling for him when you called his house was legendary amongst all of us, right? The whole group. Because she'd go, hello, is Matt there, please? And she'd go, just a second. And then she'd go, Matthew! And I saw this geezer for the first time in about 20 years the other week for a curry. We had a little get-together of a few mates. And I've gone to him like you do. How are things? You all right? And then you go, how's your mum? He goes, she's fine. And then all of us in unison go, Matthew! You remember the calls.
Wonderful.
It's like the way that some people remember a particular bird's call. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You remember what I call mum calls. But yeah, it's Vic there.
Isn't it?
I found it very nostalgic, the whole is so-and-so there. Anyway, going back to that top, I was planning to wear it down to this pub, the Hare and Hounds, on a Friday night and thinking, I'm going to look the absolute fucking business in my new trendy top. Everyone's going to think I'm brilliant and a girl will get off with me. But then disaster struck because I'd bought the top on a Wednesday. I'd sometimes after school get a tube into town, right? And I'd got it on a Wednesday. Going out on a Friday, excited, big night, party, whatever. Thursday night, Top of the Pops comes on, right?
Yeah.
And someone goes, at number 12 in the charts, it's a new entry for Beats International with Don't Be Good to Me. Great song. Comes on. They're all on there. What's her name? Lindsay. We've talked about her extensively in the past. Lindy Layton.
Yeah.
All the other lads, including, of course, Fatboy Slim, who wasn't called that at the time. He's playing the bass or something. Yeah, Norman. He's playing bass or something. Guess what the cunt's wearing? My fucking Brazil 1990 shirt.
Oh.
Now, you might think that at the end of this series, everyone's like, oh, wow, the guy from Beats International was wearing the same shirt as you. That made it cooler. No, it did not. I was just sitting there thinking, I hope no one that I'm going out with on Friday night is watching Top of the Pops. But, of course, I knew that was stupid. Everyone was watching Top of the Pops. So I turn up on Friday night wearing this shirt, which was Larry and would have got me attention either way, but they've all fucking seen it on Top of the Pops.
Yeah.
Worn by a bloke who although the song was good and well regarded, I don't think anyone regarded him or the band as like exceptionally cool, and it just made me look like someone who copied any random bloke I'd seen on Top of the Pops. Well, I practically got my head kicked in, I won't lie. Whee! Look at him! Like the geezer on Top of the Pops. Let's get him! Let's get him! Get off! I got it before Top of the Pops. I got it on Wednesday, you cunts. No, you didn't. You saw it on Top of the Pops. You got straight out to get it, to copy him. With 1990 down the arm.
I've got the receipt. I brought the receipt with me.
Yeah, exactly. And they're like,
that could be for anything.
You fucking copied the geezer on Top of the Pops. And you've got 1990 written down your sleeve in case you what's that for? In case you forget what fucking year it is. What you got the date written on your clothes for?
You've gone out and done that within 24 hours of it being on.
Yeah. Oh, it was disastrous, mate. And that's why I've got a problem with Fatboy Slim. I've got a problem with Fatboy Slim. Last summer, I was in Brighton and we were with some pals and we were in a sort of a rooftop bar that sort of overlooks the beach, right? It was lovely, lovely warm evening. And one the way I go, it's busy here. And the waiter goes, well, tonight we're opening late. And I go, it's good to know. Obviously, I'm thinking, makes no odds to me, mate. I'm going back to my hotel at 10. Yeah, exactly. Don't fucking care. And he goes, but I'm pretending that I'm cool, going, oh, yeah, great. Oh, yeah, up all night. So what? And he's like,
I said, cool.
I said, well, exactly. Yep, that sounds cool. I love to stay up late. Tell me more. What's going to be going down? Ecstasy party, is it?
I'm an adult. I decide when I go to bed. And late's the best.
Sometimes I stay up watching reruns of Minder till 2 or 3 in the morning. It's no problem.
Got me through lockdown, actually.
I'll cut myself a wedge of cheese from the fridge and just sit there nibbling it like a little late night mouse. Do you serve cheese here? Bits of cheese? Okay, it's no problem if not.
I'll just go to the Tesco on my way home.
In fact, if I nip out to Tesco now and bring it back here, can I pay some corkage to you to eat my own cheese in this bar?
Okay, to bring my own cheese in.
Is there a BYO policy? I don't mind paying.
Yeah.
I may need to borrow a knife just to cut it off. If not, I'll just eat it from the block, raw.
Like an apple.
But I go, why are you opening late? And he goes, oh, it's fucking Fatboy Slim every year, because he's from Brighton. He does a thing on the beach, doesn't he? I can't remember what it's called, but he does a big gig for the locals on a beach, right?
Right.
And I go, oh yeah. He goes, yeah, it's tonight. But the thing is, tickets are expensive and all that. He goes, but we overlook it, so you can just watch it from here for free.
I thought you meant like as in we ignore it.
I know. And so the mates I'm with are like, oh wow, great, we're gonna get to see a Fatboy Slim concert for nothing. We can stay late.
Like
and I'm there like a right
1990s.
cunt. I go, all right. And they go, what's your problem? I go, not really bothered by Fatboy Slim.
Everybody loves Fatboy Slim.
All right.
What's wrong
And they
with
go, don't be a miserable cunt. He's the nation's minstrel.
He's the DJ laureate.
He's the Pied Piper of Albion. Right? And I go, nah, it's not really my cup of tea. And they're like, not your cup of tea? It's just fun music. And we're getting it for free anyway. Nah, I'll probably go home soon. And they were like, you miserable cunt.
It's just some bloke playing some records, that's all it is.
You miserable. Yeah, I preferred him when he was with Zoe Ball. They were a lovely couple. I don't know what went wrong there. Right. And I go, no, sorry lads, I'm not interested. And then I got home and I think my wife said to me, what's your problem with Fatboy Slim? You've always had a bit of a problem with Fatboy Slim. He seems like a difficult person to object to. And I went, yeah, it's not personal, but I just sort of like there's something trickery about him. And she said, why? And I delved deep into it and then I realised it's that 1990 shirt. That's the thing.
Aye.
That's deep. Like, I worked on it with my therapist. No, I didn't really. But
Scars run deep. Yeah.
I went deep and I realised he stitched me up there. He didn't know it. It's not his fault. But I feel like I got stitched up by him on Top of the Pops. So that's it. That's my 1990 story.
Yeah. Okay. It's It's vaguely related to this chart, I guess, because Beats International are in there.
Oh, okay. Is it with that song or not?
It's with Won't Talk About It.
I don't remember that one. I did buy the album.
Came out afterwards.
But those were the days when I'd sometimes buy an album because I liked the single. And I thought it was cooler to buy an album than a single. Because once you get older, like once you're 15, you think, I've got to buy albums now. I'm not going to buy a single like a teeny bopper, right?
Well,
but
it's got 2 singles on that I like, so it's the same price as buying 2.5 singles, I guess.
So often I've fucked up. And that was one. It was called Let Them Eat Bingo. Do you remember?
Yes.
Which is quite a good.
My brother bought it.
Quite a good name for an album. And it also had quite a cool cover, I thought. It was sort of like a take on the United Nations logo, I think.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, I just wasn't, you just do that thing. Have you noticed how it's almost always the killer single on an album used to always be track 6? You noticed that? Or do you not agree?
It's probably track 1 of side 2, maybe, in the LP format.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's how it felt to me. On a lot of my favourite albums, my favourite song was track 6. And so what would happen is, obviously because I'm famously impatient, I'd get an album, I'd think, I like this, I like that song on it. And then I'd start track 1, I'd think, yeah, I wouldn't give it a go, like 10 seconds in, it's all right. I think I'm going to fast forward to track 6. And then I'd kill the batteries, wouldn't I, on the Walkman? Because you're just like, I couldn't wait. I think, I'll listen to all these ones that I don't know. And then, when the one I do know comes around, it'll be like a little treat, right? But no, I could never fucking wait. I could never wait.
What am I doing wasting my time listening to songs I don't know?
What's exactly. Exactly, that was what my attitude was. So I never gave these albums a chance. The other one I got stung by on that was the Blue Tones in like the mid-90s, and that Slight Return, great single. I'm getting the album. And then by that stage, of course, I was on the CD, so it was much easier to skip. You didn't have your batteries to worry about.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've always felt stung by that because I was just didn't take to anything else on the album, mate, and it cost me like $10.99.
Yeah, that Beats International album, there was a lot of filler on it, I think.
Yeah.
As I remember.
And that'd be good to me as a fucking cover version anyway of an absolute banger. I mean, it was a good cover version. I'm not sure it's better than the original, but it's very good.
Just the original SOS Band version, especially the 9.5 minute 12-inch mix, is fucking peerless.
Yeah, it's a banger.
I don't see any point in trying
to... It doesn't have tag fly, nitty gritty. You're listening to the boy from the big bad city. This is Jam Rock. You know, does that rap for them on that?
Who does it?
It's the geezer from the B-52s. I got me a car, it's as big as a whale. No, it's not. But it does feel like the sort of thing he'd do. He's always interrupting songs with an absurd bit, isn't he?
As strongly mentioned in the last episode in the chart rundown. Oh, someone commented, did you see that comment on the IFS? On the IFS, someone said, these chart rundown episodes are very hard to listen to.
Oh, don't fucking listen then.
Exactly. The description of the episode says just the chart rundown, basically. Honk, honk.
Well, I'm not looking forward to it, but I feel obliged to listen anyway. I paid my subscription.
Jalapeño.
What else is going on in this chart? I've been having a look at it. It's not as good as I thought it was first time we ran down it.
There's a killer number 1. Hit number 3, Chad Jackson, Hit Drum and Get Wicked, banger.
That's great.
Banger. Killer by Adamski, banger.
That's great as well. Doing the Do by Betty Boo, that was great.
Sacrifice by Elton John, not a banger, but a song of note because of the fact that he says sacrifice all the way through it instead of sacrifice.
Yeah, but
I don't know if Bernie Taupin wrote it like that or whether he just thought, I've got an idea, but Bernie, to make this even more special and memorable, I'm going to add an extra syllable into the word.
What? Are you sure? Well, you haven't written it properly. It doesn't scan properly, so I have to do it. I have to make it sound like sacrifice.
Sacrifice.
Maybe you should have tried harder, Bernie.
No, Elton, it's sacrifice. Shut up, Bernie. I can write my own lyrics anyway if I really want to, you know. Look, I've done some here.
Doesn't fit to the tune I've written for it, so suck it up.
I mean, I think that The Only One I Know by Charlatans is a cracking single, but I know you don't like the Charlatans. You're
I
not
don't
a
care for
fan
the
of them
Charlatans at
or
all.
Tim Burgess, but I'm a big fan. I've seen them live quite a lot of times. In fact,
Yeah.
I saw them. It was the second gig I ever went to. On the Friday night, I went to see Northside. Do you remember them?
Oh,
Shall we
yeah.
take a trip down memory lane?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a song about acid. Oh, it's well fucking edgy. That's what me and my
Factory
mates
Records
thought.
attempt to replicate the Happy Monday success
Yeah.
by getting some more urchins in.
Yeah, just
to
some
record a
urchins.
song.
They threw a
But-
stone out the window, and the first urchin it hit on the streets of Manchester. They
Yeah.
said, "You boy, can you sing?" Oh,
course I can.
Not really. Like, oh, that doesn't matter. Come in. Do you own an anorak? Yes. Good. Come in here.
No, I've got a cupboard full of them here.
My
Put
name is
one of these
Anthony
on. What
Wilson,
size
and I'm
are you?
about to make you a superstar. Sing this song about LSD. I've had it written by Bernie Taupin, but don't tell anyone he wrote it. But
Yeah,
then the next
Northside.
night, we'd only got Northside tickets. That was my first gig at the Town and Country in Kentish Town, and we'd only got those tickets because we'd tried to get Charlatans tickets, but couldn't get them. It sold out. Fucking next day, my older brother's got a mate who's working at a recording studio, right? And he goes,
London.
yeah. Oh, he went. This is my brother's best mate from when he was a kid. He went on to be like he wrote a hit song. Do you remember "Friendly Pressure" by what was her name? Jamil, not Jamila Jamil. She's an actor. Anyway, he wrote a song that
I'm
was
gonna
a hit
Google
a few
it.
years later. Friendly
Pressure. Jalisa.
Yeah, Jalisa. Yeah, Lee Hamlin
Don't
co-wrote
remember it,
that.
actually, no.
He was my brother's mate from when he was a kid. He lived in the council flats near our
Okay.
house, and he just got really into music. Left school 15, 16, started making the tea.
Did a song.
He's a yoga teacher now.
Takes
Top
all
bloke
sorts.
though, top bloke. And he rang up and he said, "Listen, you're into all that weird music from Manchester, aren't you? Don't really like it myself. Think it's a load of shit." But like someone's offered me a couple of tickets going spared to some mob called the Charlatans or something. Absolutely god awful northern racket makers, right? And I go, "Oh yes, I like them a great deal." And he goes, "Well, you can have these." And I went to see him the next night, and it was fucking. I really enjoyed it, and I love this first
that's
single. I
nice.
think it's great. Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
just a little story, but we don't have to dwell on it.
No, that's fine. I like a couple of their songs, but generally on the whole, nah, not for me. But hey, it's all about opinions. And opinions are like arseholes, we've all got them.
Better the Devil You Know, Kylie Minogue, great song.
That's the emergence of Sex Kylie.
It is. It's just when she's about to, yeah.
Sex Kylie appears to be back as well with her new single that's just been released. It's called something like Padam Padam.
She's
Which
been
is
on the.
odd.
Sounds like she's been on the Eggs Florentine again, mate.
Yeah, exactly. God, that's a story. What else have we got in here? Vogue by Madonna is an absolute classic.
Oh yeah,
And I'll fight anyone that says otherwise.
yeah, it's brilliant. Brilliant song, brilliant video.
And French and Saunders did it brilliantly as well.
Yeah,
You've got something if French and Saunders can rip it off successfully. We've got
oh my
Paula
god,
Abdul.
mate. Oh yeah,
I was going to
Which
say
one
Paula
is it?
Abdul with. It's Opposites Attract. It's the one with MC Scat Cat.
yeah,
It's
brilliant.
listed here as with Paula Abdul with the Wild Pair, but of course it was MC Scat Cat was the cartoon manifestation of whatever the fuck the Wild Pair were. But I was well into Paula Abdul at this time.
She was great, and this song was great. And of course, she was a brilliant dancer. She'd been Madonna's choreographer, hadn't she, and various other people.
She had, and the second album she put out, the first single from it, Rush. Don't know if you remember that.
Yeah,
It's an
that was
absolute
lovely, sort of
storm.
ballad one.
Yeah.
Hurry,
brilliant.
hurry, baby, come to me.
Yeah. Rush.
Rush.
I want to feel you. I want to feel you. There'll be people listening to this going, oh, he doesn't like the Charlatans, but he likes Paula Abdul.
Oh, God. Well, if I had to choose, I mean, I don't know, actually, it'd be quite close. I would say they've got more songs that I like, but I don't know enough of hers. I probably would have bought the album forwarded straight through to
Well, I
fucking
mean-
straight up. But there's something in Straight
yeah.
Up that I've always really loved. And I'm actually, just to get it right, here it is. There's a brilliant bit of lyrical wing in it, right, that I've always noticed in that song.
Right.
I've been a fool before, wouldn't like to get my love caught in the slamming door. Are you more than hot for me, or am I a page in your history book? I don't mean to make demands. Do you see what she's done?
Love that.
She's gone, am I a page in your history? Because it rhymes with me. And some Lampard cunt in the studio's gone, well, actually, you can't have a page in history. History is, is an abstract concept. It doesn't have pages. Well, she goes, you know what I mean? And he goes, well, I may do, I may not. But I think that you're duty bound to make it, if you're going to use the word page, you have to make it reference a book. Well, that doesn't fucking scan or rhyme, you cunt. Well, make it work. So she said to go.
It'll be someone from the Musicians Union probably who sat in on all sessions and recorded music.
We send an appointed official Lampard to every recording session. Are you more than hot for me, or am I a page in your history book? I don't mean to make it. That's
great,
she almost mutters it, sort of shamefacedly. Book.
Getting back to Madonna, I noticed recently that had never occurred to us before, but in Papa Don't Preach, the line, Papa Don't Preach, I'm in trouble deep.
Yes.
And she's done that just to get it to rhyme with preach, but it's brilliant. Yeah. Nobody goes around and says, oh, I'm in trouble deep.
I'm in trouble deep here.
I'm in deep trouble, but it sounds great.
It's sort of a bit...
so audacious
it's a bit
to do that.
Like Yoda, that thing of doing the words the wrong way round.
I guess so. I guess that'll have been her influence, probably.
The only rhyme that bites at 31. Now, when you look at Top of the Pops 1990, which is... They're not all up, are they, Andy, on the BBC iPlayer? All those, you know, what reviews, Top of the Pops reviews of the year. But I remember a while ago we were going on about how amazing the 1991 was. It was largely amazing because there was a huge amount of Betty Boo content in it, right? But MC Tunes and this song again. When I was at school, this song, people look back and they go, oh yeah, 1990, and they will say things like, oh yeah, 1990, Happy Mondays, Stone Roses and all that. And yeah, those bands were popular, but actually, when we were all in the fifth year at school, everyone would have been fucking doing The Only Rhyme That Bites by MC Tunes and 808. So that would have been the one that kids were really into. And it's only retrospectively when you're doing a cool history that go, yeah, we were just listening to Kinky Afro. But this song, but MC Tunes on fucking Top of the Pops 1990 is fucking hilarious.
He's great, isn't he?
He's a nutter. And then he turns up on Celebrity. He turns up on it. On a Celebrity. It's a Knockout or something. Like he was so famous, he said yes to everything, and they invited him on Celebrity. It's a Knockout, and there's this footage of him. He just looks like a big cabbie, and he's just going mental on like some fucking inflatables, like Total Wipeout. I was going to say he was on the water
or something, wasn't he? In this inflatable, some kind of race or something.
MC Tunes is fucking great.
It's basically what you would expect MC Tunes to be like 30 years on.
Yeah.
When he's been interviewed.
Yeah.
He's still got a couple of gold teeth and
he
stuff.
He literally talks like Roy Race.
It was great about MC Tunes.
Yeah.
I loved it.
They said, you got to have a DJ name. So I said, fine, MC Tunes. It was only because I was having a packet of tunes at the time, the blackcurrant ones. And not even because I had a cold. It's just because I fucking love blackcurrant flavour sweets. I used to eat them just from leisure.
I think he's the closest human manifestation to Sir John Fanny Powder that exists.
He really is. He's amazing. And this song also features the line that bear in mind, I was at a school in a leafy part of southwest London, right? And everyone was singing, with some irony, because of it being that year of Manchester, etc., everyone would go that line, Manchester, the next capital of England. Because that's his line in the song, isn't it? That's the iconic line in it that he sang on Top of the Pops.
I'm looking to see if that Top of the Pops is on YouTube. But the Top of the Pops of him doing Top of the Pops is on. With his other hit is there as well. Tunes Splits the Atom.
Ah, great name for a song.
I think that was the first one.
I think when they do like the history of the greatest rappers of all time, you know, they have Big E and they have Nas, don't they? And they have Rakim, all these ones who are regarded as like the masters, Eminem. But no one ever mentions MC Tunes, and I think that's remiss. I think it's a prejudice because he's British.
I don't think 808 State get as much credit as they deserved as well, because they were brilliant.
They were actually great, yeah.
They were brilliant.
I mean, they were. We're loving a little bit of MC Tunes, but not really, because I do think he's great as well. But 808 State were just legitimately really good acts,
that orchestral sample on the Only Rhyme That Bites in the chorus, but you know, that's fucking great.
What a tune!
Yeah, they did a couple of really good albums as well. The early 90s did the 808 State. Lovely fellas, I believe.
Pacific State, that was one of their big hits. Nessun Dorma is a new entry, and I think that went to number 1 during the World Cup. But that's extremely... I mean, it's a fucking opera song. That is so evocative of the time, isn't it? So evocative.
It was going out buying that. It was buying it.
I tell you,
to get it at number 1.
Me a cunt. I bought it on fucking cassette single, and when I bought it on cassette single. This would have been during the World Cup, right? Because it was so emotional and evocative, and I would blare it when we were playing football on Friday night. We used to go into the school gym after school.
Yeah,
we'd sneak in and we'd play a round robin 3-a-side winner stays on tournament. And I'd have the old Walkman with portable speakers plugged in, blaring out Nessun Dorma on repeat, mate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did everyone have to stand in a line like they were a team?
No, just had it while we were playing.
Going along, looking at
it probably really annoyed people, but it was just a stupid affectation that I'd decided to introduce to the gang.
Was it a similar level of control as when you wrote that school play and it was called Delaney's?
Yeah, it was called Delaney's, but they fucking changed it at the last minute, the cunts. Fuckers. And I'm still not happy about that.
No.
Oh.
You were telling your therapist about that.
Oh, my ego's out of control, is it, miss? Well, fine. But I will tell you, you will live to regret this when I'm in Hollywood, and I do not thank you when I accept my Best Actor award. So, you're making a very big mistake here, so I hope you thought it through properly.
Without the input of the aforementioned Delaney, this play would be nothing. It would be dust.
I broke off from my performance halfway through to go, I'd just like to break the fourth wall for a moment here to explain to you all you parents in the audience, a little bit of background. If you're enjoying this play, thank you. And I say thank you because I'm the cunt that wrote it as well as starring in it. And all I asked
for... one or two issues I've got with one or two people.
But, by the way, I'm not being paid for this. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. I should be paid fucking top dollar because it's a fucking great play and you're all having a brilliant time. I'm not being paid because I do it for my love of my art and my craft. But all I did ask, one small thing in return, was I asked that the play be named after me and that there be posters plastered all over the school and surrounding areas with my name and face on. That is all I asked. And they took that away from me. And yet I'm still here. Why? Because I'm a fucking professional. Right, on with the play.
Brilliant. I think that's about it from this chart. I don't think we're going to get another episode out of it, to be quite honest.
Great chart, though. Any kids who weren't around in 1990, just get on Spotify the Best of 1990 playlist and have a listen.
Yeah, I was harsh on it at the beginning because it's one of those charts where there's all sorts going on. There's a whole mishmash of genres.
There is, but we didn't Roam by the B-52s. We didn't get into that.
That's my favourite B-52 song.
Yeah.
That's my favourite, that one.
I sent what I'm looking for by Chimes. Chimes were a great band. Is that right?
Produced by Nile Rodgers, that B-52s, yeah.
Chimes were great, weren't they? I still haven't found what I remember. They kept doing covers because they also did that... what's the name? Fucking hell, I've forgotten every single part of what I'm trying to say. I swear I'm getting fucking dementia early.
Don't worry, it's me as well. What are we talking about? The Chimes?
Chimes.
I still haven't found what I'm looking for.
Yeah, this is a cover, but they did a Carole King cover, didn't they? They did, and it's too late, baby, now it's too late. With a singer. It was the Chimes featuring blah, blah. That was really good.
Not according to this, they didn't. They did Heaven. That was their
Oh,
other
maybe
top
I'm
40
wrong.
hit.
Who did a cover of It's Too Late by
God,
Carole
see, I've got me
King?
Googling now.
It was a really good cover version.
It's too late. There's probably been fucking hundreds of them.
In about 1990 it would have been.
Okay. Stick with me. Oh,
It
God,
was
it's 4
Carol,
pages
what's
worth
her
of them.
name?
Oh, they're not even chronologically ordered. I don't know. It's going to be one of those mysteries that we never solve. Sybil did it in 2006, it says
No,
here.
it wouldn't have been that.
No, we're going to have to just not worry about it.
Yeah,
Is it going to bother you, is it?
it's really bothering
One of the
me,
listeners will get in touch and
Co-
let us
oh.
know.
Courts
You got it?
featuring Dina Carroll.
Oh, that's right,
featuring
yeah.
Dina Carroll. It's a wonderful cover of a great song.
It was the song that launched Dina Carroll, I think, wasn't it? If indeed Dina Carroll is capable of being launched.
Bum, bum.
She was just-
I don't get launched. I launch.
I am
what
the
I mean
launch.
is I launch other things. It doesn't launch me. There is no Carole King launcher. I am the launchee. No, I'm the
launch
launcher,
pad.
not the launchee. That's what I'm saying.
I'm
Very
the
similar.
launch pad and
there-
the object.
I think that's got elements of the rant I did during my school play, in fact. No one
get
launches
launched.
Delaney. Delaney launches other things and people and concepts.
The lady existed before this play, let me tell you that.
And he will very much continue to exist beyond the parameters of this play.
And indeed this school.
This
Tiny-minded little
this
school.
pathetic excuse for an educational institution. But let me tell you, this school has given me nothing. It has taken from me.
I am a husk. They say that the school days are your best days of your life. Let me tell you, they will not be in this case. There
And
is
they will
so
not
much
be
more to come
featured
from Delaney.
in any volume of my memoirs. Not in any one of the 20 plus volumes that will be published later in my life. And scene.
That's the chart of this one. We'll do something else next week. Thanks for listening and goodbye.
Goodbye.